Hey guys, so I'll be doing another video. Welcome back to the channel. So I'll be doing another video. This time is about my interaction. I'll be talking about my interaction with between others. This this is me talking about like what's it's like for me, especially being autistic, interacting with others in general, whether it's at school or anywhere else. So let's get right to it. Um, I was say for sure at first. I was like, I think I mentioned being shy or whatever first and things like that. And there are moments where I just wanted to like distance myself to a point where I'm just like in my mind, it's like, I would at the time I would rather person come to me if you want to have a convo. Nowadays, you know, this goes by saying you if something is not working, you gotta try the other way around. And so I decided to pick up a role of being the one to start conversations whenever I get opportunity. So for me, interaction with others, you see, I would say this. You see, when you try to interact with others, it's an opportunity to do a lot of things. It's an opportunity to inspire, get to know others. Heck, if you learn about others and yourself simultaneously, you know. So a lot of times I try to interact to inspire for the most part, especially like at my college and trying to make a mark at Money College, for example, So anytime I interact, my goal is for the most part is to, have a good conversation with whoever and while try to inspire whenever I get opportunity. I mean, you have ways of inspiring others. One of the ways is by interacting, another way is by, you know, doing a testimony or, you have many ways. I mean, of course, just like anything else, interaction can have its ups and downs. It really depends on who you're speaking with and things like that, and the bond you have with that person. I mean, it's always been challenging for me, but navigating through. But not as challenging now as it was back then, because now I just go out there and put myself out there and take it from there. So when it, so a lot of times for me, it's like, I mean, a lot of times I was just feeling of, back in the day, I just think I just did a chance unless I put myself out there, because I've always go out there and try to prove myself that, you know, I can do all things, I can do anything I put my mind into and stuff like that. So I've always had this constant need to prove myself, even now. So I'm trying to get to a place where I don't need to prove myself as much as I need to doing currently. So I would say it's a constant work. And then I use my interaction used to do is like since like knowing me I talk fast and thing, I use it like because there come a time where, especially me consider being a motivational speaker, that if you get opportunities, you may get the opportunity to able to speak in front of others. So being able to have the experience of interaction, so whenever I do go on stage and speak in front of everybody, I might be nervous, but it won't be to a lesser degree. All I need to do is just remember the experience that I've gained through interaction with others and things like that. So it comes down to that. As I say, you have ways. You can interact in groups, you can interact one-on-one, just you and a person. You can talk to two persons. I mean, interaction comes down to two or more persons, really, in general. So without another person there, you just be talking to yourself for the most part. So yeah. So I mean, I don't mind talking in a group, but actually for me, so being, for me being autistic, that's a challenging part because it's always this feeling of being excluding, especially if I'm in a group. So for me, this is where knowing who I'm a group with really isn't applies, because I would say this: this is me this is me talking in general. If you're being a group with somebody, you want to be a group of persons who like bring the best out of you, and it won't make you feel excluded, because you can be around a person and still feel lonely and everything. Then I learned that the hard way. So you don't have to necessarily be by yourself to feel excluded if necessary. So knowing this is like, I mean, it's one thing to feel excluded by yourself. It's one thing, but it's another to feel excluded when you're your own person. I would say that stinks. You say to yourself, "Oh, crap." So, um, I mean, as I said, there are moments where I would have a conversation, interact with other support where in the aftermath of the interaction, they'll say, it was nice talking to you and things like that. I, I would say the key thing is is if you don't wanna start the conversation, you wanna you're trying to turn it into a two-way, you wanna try to keep that person engaged as much as possible because you wanna keep engaged to a point where without actually saying it to you, you're trying to say your part and stuff. They say, hey, can I say my piece and stuff like that? And then when the moment where they, see back in return, and it goes back and forth, that's where it becomes two-way and stuff like that. The challenging part for me a lot of times, like, I've always wondered, is like, it was like I said, it's always been a struggle because, especially to make it two-way because, um, you want to have a conversation. There are times where the person's just listening for the most part, and in my end, I'm just like, okay, it's not wrong to get the person listening. At some point, I'm going to want to engage as well. So the challenging part is knowing when to give the other person a chance to say their part, to engage in a conversation. That's the challenging part for me, especially because there are times where I'm like, you probably may need to, you probably need to stop me from time to time. Not really rule into room like that, but to kind of stop me. On occasion, if I'm going too long, kind of need to let me know in advance, because sometimes I'll go and unless I'm aware of it. Sometimes if I know a person long enough, then I can tell when, you know. So I mean, having conversation persons in my college, for example, I would say this: there are a lot of intelligent persons up there. I mean, you big up the principal and the others who did a very good job bringing intelligent students up to the college. Because I would say interacting persons who is as intelligent as you really does bring the best out of me, and things like that. So, if a person that is as intelligent as you really goes a long way. Um, so when it comes down to it, it's like, I mean, I say like it's always been challenging to this day, not as much, but challenging nevertheless. Because I guess I have this feeling every time I go to school, where else I go, I have this feeling of this feeling left out, especially if I'm in a group, which I feel most of the times. Them it's like the only way I can speak a group if I speak first, or I'm being around persons who don't mind me engaging. There are times where I'll be around a group and then they'll like sit down and I'll stand up, literally, because I'm just like in my head. I mean, I was speaking my first, and it's like for me personally, it's like I need a go ahead to say would you want me to sit on you or something like that, because I didn't. A lot of times for me, I don't want to like go in a group and just sit down like that. Sometimes I might do that. No, that's unless if I already been around you before and stuff like that. I might just go and see without doing that. But first, being around a group of persons, especially if they know each other. Most of the time for me, I've been around persons who already know each other like a while. So that's another challenge. You're going to a new group. Persons actually know each other and stuff like that. And you wanna like know if you can like fit in. Well, the fitting in I just get to a point where from a figure from a friend of mine that I didn't need to worry about fitting anymore. It's like I got a green light, and I feel like I'm like, oh, so I just need to just be myself. Okay, no problem. So since then, since I've been in a group, I'm not going there to fit in. I'm just going to a place where I'm comfortable at. That's just where I'm at with it. It's like I'm at this what if doors. I'm just finding a place where I can comfortable at, and any place I'm comfortable at, that's where I stick around. I'm sure persons who see me wonder why every time I would sign off on something like that around that range. As I said, if I'm in a group and I saw persons already know each other, a lot of times, and I already have this feeling I'm not fitting in, not gonna work already. So I already at the point. So knowing this, I will lead the dog where you're sitting, I'm standing at times, and everybody know how tired I am. by seeing me in person. So, and even in orientation in my college, I would do this. I think I was with two persons at the time, I recall, and I was standing at one time, multiple times, and so it's like it was like kind of like a convo, and these two persons like they actually know each other. Like I said, most of the times I've been in persons, whether it's at school or anywhere else, they already know each other. So it's like it's a rare moment for being in person actually don't know each other. It's a rarity if it happens. Like if you've been I think NTSM a retreat. Most persons around during that meeting, I'm gonna talk about my experience at that retreat. It's all said and done. But when I was just share like a glimpse. But when I was in that retreat, most persons around they already knew each other. So that's like I said, it's a rarity for people who don't know each other. And if it happens, it's probably be the and if I was around them, persons don't know each other, it's probably the first day, if they first met. And I would say the way person interact with each other, it just makes me be like, I wonder how long they have known each other, something like that. You know? So I mean it has as I say, more of the story, look, no matter how tough your circumstance is, if you have faith that it'll get better long enough, then you, all you need to have a lot of times when it comes down to college, just a little faith. You don't need much. You just have faith in general and just hope, watch him work, and then you hope that things will get better. For me, what I'm hoping for, I get to a point where I don't have to worry about every time I go somewhere. It's always, is this person gonna treat me differently today, or am I feel lonely today, or am I gonna, you know, yeah, because the feeling of feeling excluded, especially on a consistent basis, and you bring a certain time, the same type of person every day when you see them, it's not a nice feeling at all. You probably just like, oh crap. It'll just make you question yourself after a while. Based on my experience, it'll make you question yourself after a while, and just make you be like, if wonder if you're worth it or not. Uh, that that's where it goes back to me feeling of constant need to prove myself again. Because if I prove that um this da 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 da, then chance of being treated differently will cut down less. And I realized the importance of acceptance, which this is me sharing a glimpse of being accepted, especially a person, especially me being exceptional, being artistic. I realized as acceptance, especially me personally being artistic, it really means a lot because then being a person who accepts me for who I am, despite me being artistic, it really means a lot. And me and those guys interact with me and stuff like that. I would say this for in the video. Interaction, persons interact with me and persons saying after I have a convo with them saying it was nice talking to you or stuff like that, even for a short amount of time, even for 5 minutes, it really means a lot to me because a lot of times I always go around and wonder if, because persons could have easily seen persons, you might be going to easily see me and just be like, oh, he's autistic, so we're not gonna, you know, so I really have to respect those persons who, you know, interact with me despite me being autistic. It really means a lot. I would say that. And I just get to a point where I try to be appreciative of the small things. I try to be as appreciative as I can, Appreciating others is really important. Because if you appreciate this person over again, then it's like a person feeling appreciated really goes a long way. So, as I said, for me personally, person saying I inspire them or it was, the small things. At this point, I appreciate the small things at this point. Even the smallest things, I just like, thank you. If a person is saying to me, look, it was nice talking to you, or they try and check up on me, and I'm like, thanks. So see you with another video. So